The question is sum of 55 terms in an AP is 3300. Find its 28th term. In this question, we have given the sum of 55 terms of an AP, that is S55, and it is given as 3300. Then find its 28th term. Now, by using the general representation of an AP, we can easily get that 28th term of an AP is A plus 27B. 28th term of an AP is A plus 27B. So, how we can get the value of A plus 27B? That is very important for us. So here the information which we have available, that we will write first. We have available that is S55 is equal to 3300. That is the given information, and we have to find T28, that is 28th term. Now since we have to find the 28th term, so we will use the general formula first. Here it is not necessary to find the values of A and B separately. And if you would like to find the values of A and B separately, we cannot find the values of A and B, since the given information is only we have given that sum of the 55 terms of an AP is 3300. And from that information we cannot find the values of A and B separately. In the previous example, we have example number 4. In that example, we can find the values of A and B separately, but we didn't find the values of A and B separately there also. And here it is not possible to find the values of A and B separately. So, how we can get the value of A plus 27B? That is very important. So, since we have to find the 28th term of AP, so we will first use the formula for finding the general term of an AP, that is Tn is equal to A plus into the bracket n minus 1 into D. Here putting n is equal to 28. Putting n is equal to 28, since we have to find the 28th term of that AP, so we can write T28 is equal to this value of A we didn't know, value of n we know, that is 28 minus 1 into D, and since here we have D28 is equal to A plus 27D, and we will represent this as equation 1. Since we have to find the 28th term, we already discussed that 28th term of an AP is A plus 27D, but we cannot write directly, so we put the formula here. And then putting the value of n is equal to 28, we get T28 is equal to A plus 27D. Now here we have to try to get the value of A plus 27D. How we can get the value of A plus 27D? So we will use the given information to find the value of A plus 27D. So here we have given S55, so we will use the formula, that is Sn is equal to n upon 2 into the bracket 2A plus into the bracket n minus 1 into D. This is the formula for finding the sum of the n terms of an AP, and in this formula we will put n is equal to 55. Since we know the sum of the first 55 terms, we have to put n is equal to 55. Here we have to find 28th term. So in this general terms formula we put n is equal to 28, and in this formula which is used to find the sum of the n terms of an AP, here we write n is equal to 55, since we know S55 is 3300. So here S55 is equal to 55 divided by 2 into the bracket 2A as it is plus this 55 minus 1, you can directly write 54, but we will put the value first and D as it is. Now simplify this again. This S55 we know it is 3300. We know it is 3300 is equal to 55 divided by 2 into the bracket 2A plus 54D. And now we can easily get the value of A plus 27D. How we will get the value of A plus 27D? We have to put two common from this bracket. Here we have 2a and here we have 54d. Now here we can divide both the terms by 2, so you can take 2 as common, and now inside the bracket what is remaining? A plus 27d. So here we will transfer this, we will write 3300 as it is. This is 55 upon 2 as it is, multiplied by 2 is taken common from this bracket. Since into the bracket a plus 27d is remaining, we have 2a, 2 is taken common, so only a is remaining here. Plus we have 54, 2 is taken common, so divide this 54 by 2, we have 27 there, b as it is. Now this 2 gets cancelled, and once we simplify this 55 to the LHS, we will easily get the value of a plus 27d. So here we can write this a plus 27d, a plus 27d is equal to, we have to transfer this 55 to the left side, so you will get 3300 divided by 55. And now we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 11. A plus 27d is equal to 11 3 are 33, is 0 0 as it is, 11 5 are 55. Now we have 300 divided by 5. Now divide 300 by 5. So we have a plus 27d is equal to 5 6 are 30, and this is 5 0 are 0. So division is 60. So we have a plus 27d is equal to 60. Represent it as equation 2. Since this is the 28th term, from equation 1 we have a plus 27d is equal to t28. So you can put the value of this equation here, that is t28. No need to give the equation 2 also here. Directly you can write here from equation 1. From equation 1. We know that from equation 1 a plus 27d is t28. So we write here t28 is equal to 60. So this is all about the example number 6. Here we have to find the 28th term, and we find the 28th term of that AP. Since we didn't know the first term, since we didn't know the common difference, still we find the value of t28. So this is very important example. Here you have given the sign of triangle. Since it is very important example and different example from as compared to other examples without finding the value of a and b. If you would like to try to find the values of a and b, we are unable to find the values of a and b till we get the 28th term here. So we will write the answer into reverse, that is 28th term of given AP. 28th term of given AP, that is arithmetic progression, is 60. So this is all about the example number 7. Now we will study the example number 7. Example number 7 from practice set 3.3. The question is, in an AP, sum of 3 consecutive terms is 27 and their product is 504. Find the terms. We have given that the sum of 3 consecutive terms is 27 and we have to find, also it is given that their product is 504, then we have to find the terms. So here most of the students, since here it is given that in an AP sum of 3 consecutive terms, so consecutive terms means most of the students are taking the first 3 terms of the AP, that is A plus D and A plus 2D from the general representation of AP. This is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D. What is this? This is the general representation of AP, and some students try to get the 3 terms from that general representation, but taking these 3 terms, the terms are not incorrect, terms are correct, but taking that terms we cannot find the values of A and D, and since we cannot easily get the values of A and D, so here we have to study a concept which is not given in our syllabus, in our textbook. That concept is not given, but still we have to study that concept. Since we have two examples, this is example number 7 and the next question, next example, that is example number 8. Both the examples are depend upon the concept which is not included in this syllabus. Here you have given the three terms. Which three terms we have to use, that is given here. In the bracket you have given that a minus d, a and a plus d are the three consecutive terms. Take these three terms as the consecutive terms of that AP. But here we will discuss that concept. The name of the concept is particular terms in an AP. The concept we have to study, which is not given in the textbook, but here we have to study that concept, and the name of the concept is particular terms in an AP. Particular means we have some different terms there. We have to take those terms only. We cannot take other terms and we will simplify that example. That is not possible. We have to use that terms only, since they are called as particular. Using these particular terms only we can simplify the example, otherwise we are unable to solve this example. So in that concept, particular terms in an AP, we have to study the three terms, particular three terms in an AP, particular four terms in an AP, and 5 particular terms in an AP. If the example is given about the three terms, then which three terms we have to use there? If the example is given about the four terms, the next example, that is example number 8, is about the four terms. So which four terms we have to use there? And if suppose in our exercise the example is not given about the 5 terms, but suppose in exam you have asked an example which is related with the 5 consecutive terms of an AP, then which 5 terms we have to use there? That we have to study here. So here we will first write particular three terms. Particular three terms. Particular three terms of an AP, if you have given the example about the three terms. Then which three terms we have to use there? That is very important. If the example is given about the three terms, three particular terms, then we have to use these three terms. The first term we have to use, that is a minus d. First term we have to use, that is a minus d. Now second term we have to use, that is a only. And third term we have to use, that is a plus d. And it is very easy. If you remember the first term, a minus d only, then you can easily get the second term. We know that if the common difference is added to the previous term, we will get the next term. So if we add d, since a minus d is the first term, and suppose you add d there, then minus d plus d cancel and the second term is a. And now if you add d to this term, second term, then you will get the third term, that is a plus d. Or simply you can remember like this is first and last term. First term is a minus d, last term is a plus d, and the middle term is a. Here we have negative term, so the negative sign in the first term, and into the third term we have positive sign. You can remember like that. First and third term you have to remember. Same variables are there, a and d. Here we have difference of a and d. Here we have sum of a and d. And the middle term is a. Otherwise, you can remember the middle term only. And then if we remember the middle term as a, then you will get a plus d here and a minus d here. Adding d to the right side and subtracting d from the left side. Left side ला d subtract करायचा आणि right side ला d add करायचा आहे आणि तिन्हीच्या तिन्ही टर्म्स लक्षात ठेवायचे आहेत. इझी आहेत, इझिली ते लक्षात राहतील. अँड इन जनरल हा जो कन्सेप्ट आहे तो आपल्या सिलेबसमध्ये नसल्यामुळं तुम्हाला हे जे टर्म्स आहेत ते इथं ब्रॅकेटमध्ये 101% दिलेले असतील. पण जर सपोज ते टर्म्स दिलेले नसतील तर आपल्याला ते टर्म्स माहिती असावेत. मग ऐन वेळेला असं व्हायला नको की सरांनी आपल्याला हे शिकवलंच नाही. अनावधानाने समजा त्यांनी टर्म्स दिलेच नाहीत इथं, तर आपल्याला ते माहिती असावीत की जर समजा एक्झाम्पल 3 पर्टिक्युलर टर्म्सच्या बाबतीत असेल तर ते 3 टर्म्स कोणते असावेत, एक्झाम्पल 4 पर्टिक्युलर टर्म्सच्या बाबतीत असेल तर ते 4 टर्म्स कोणते असावेत, आणि एक्झाम्पल 5 पर्टिक्युलर टर्म्सच्या बाबतीत असेल किंवा 5 कॉन्झिक्युटिव्ह टर्म्सच्या बाबतीत असेल तर ते 5 टर्म्स कोणते असावेत. आता हे टर्म्स पर्टिक्युलर पण आहेत आणि कॉन्झिक्युटिव्ह पण आहेत, पर्टिक्युलर पण आहेत आणि कॉन्झिक्युटिव्ह पण आहेत. कॉन्झिक्युटिव्ह तर असणार, त्यात काही प्रश्नच नाही आहे. नाव सपोज वी हॅव गिवन द एक्झाम्पल अबाउट 4 टर्म्स. सो इट्स पर्टिक्युलर 4 terms of an AP. Particular 4 terms of an AP. So which 4 terms we have to use there, that is very important. So here we have to remember the first term as a minus 3d as the first term. If the example is given about the 4 terms, then we have to use the first term as a minus 3d. Then here while we have given the even number of terms, 4 terms are there, at that time we have to take the common difference. Here the common difference is d. Here common difference is d. When 3 terms are there, at that time common difference is d, and when we have given 4 terms, at that time the common difference is 2d. That is very important. Here the common difference is 2d. If the example is given about the 4 terms, the common difference is 2d. Now see, first term is a minus 3d. First term is a minus 3d. So what should be the second term? Is a minus 3d is the first term. Now add the common difference. What is the common difference? Common difference is 2d. So add this 2d to the first term. Since here we have a minus 3d and common difference is added there to get the second term. So if we simplify this is a as it is, and minus 3 plus 2, these are the similar terms. Minus 3 plus 2, that is minus 1. And the second term is a minus d. Second term is a minus d. Now we have to get the third term. How you will get the third term? Again add the common difference, that is 2d, to the second term. Here we have a minus d and we add 2d to the previous term to get the next term. Previous term मध्ये 2d add केला तर calculation is a plus d. Since here positive number is bigger, or here we have two similar terms, bigger number is positive. Since our subtraction is positive, this is 2 minus 1 is 1, no need to write 1 there. So we have a plus d, that is the third term. So you can write here third term, that is a plus d. A plus d is the third term. Now add 2d to this third term, you will get the fourth term. A plus d plus 2d, that is equal to a plus 3d. This is positive 1, positive 2, it is equal to positive 3. So we have a plus 3d as the fourth term. So here we get the 4 terms of the AP, that is particular and consecutive terms of an AP. These 4 terms are particular also and consecutive terms are also. So here the first term you have to remember a minus 3d, adding common difference, but it is very important. When we have even number of terms, at that time the common difference is 2d. That is very important, you have to remember that part carefully. Otherwise we have one more option, we have lot of options there. First term is a minus 3, second term is a plus 3d. Here we have minus, here we have plus. The terms are same, a 3d 3d, just the difference is here we have minus sign and here we have plus sign. So you can easily remember this. Here also we have a d, here we have minus, here we have plus. So we can easily remember all the 4 terms. We can easily remember all the 4 terms. This is the first and last. First and last term, only the sign is different. But that is, here again you have to remember carefully, the first two terms are negative and the last two terms are positive. Sometimes students makes mistakes, they write here a plus 3d and they write here a minus 3d, that is wrong. If you write like that, then the answer is definitely incorrect. So you have to remember that thing also. Here also negative, where the sign of difference, sign of subtraction is there, those terms are in the initial phase, and into the ending we have positive terms, that you have to remember carefully. So this is all about the four terms, four particular terms of an AP. Now here also you can remember like this, is first and last and then middle two terms. Now we have to remember, or we have to discuss the five terms, five particular terms of an AP. So if the example is given about the five terms here, particular terms, particular five terms, particular five terms of an AP, particular five terms of an AP. Now while remembering the five terms of an AP, particular or consecutive five terms of an AP, we have to remember the first term as a minus 2d, first term as a minus 2d. Now since the number of terms are odd, the common difference is d only. Whenever the number of terms are odd, at that time the common difference is d, and whenever the number of terms are even, at that time the common difference is 2d. This is very important. So if we add d to this term, you will get the next term. Here we have a minus 2d. We have to add common difference to that term to get the next term. So here minus 2d plus d, that is equal to minus d. So second term is a minus d. Now again add d to this term, second term, to get the third term. This is a minus d we have, and we add common difference to it. So minus d plus d cancel and we have a as the third term. Now add d to the third term to get the fourth term, and it is a plus d. It is too easy. We have to add d to the third term to get the fourth term, and then we have to get the fifth term, and it is a plus 2d. Now here also we have the same sequence which we have in 3 terms and in 4 terms. See the first and last term. See the first and last term, a minus 2d, a plus 3d. Again the negative or the sign different, sign of the subtraction or the sign of difference is there in initial phase, and the sign of addition is there in the ending phase. So you can remember these terms easily. Here also we have a minus d and a plus d, and in the center we have a. It is again we have different option there. You can remember only the middle term. We have 5 terms in all. You can remember only the middle term, that is the third term. Now if we remember the third term, it is a. Here also a, and here also we have a. See here a plus d. Here also a plus d. Right side a plus 2d. Here left side see a plus d, a minus d. A plus 2d, a minus 2d. Remembering the central term only, you can easily get all the 5 terms. In the center we have a. Right side, that is a plus d. Left side a minus d. Then right side second term, third term, that is a plus 2d, and left side's third term is a minus 2d. So you can remember the 5 terms like this also, or you can simply remember the first term only, and adding difference to the each previous term you will get the next term. पहिलं पद लक्षात ठेवायचं, त्याच्यामध्ये कॉमन डिफरन्स ॲड करून दुसरं, त्याच्यामध्ये कॉमन डिफरन्स ॲड करून तिसरं, त्याच्यामध्ये कॉमन डिफरन्स ॲड करून चौथं, त्याच्यामध्ये कॉमन डिफरन्स ॲड करून पाचवं पद पण आपण माहिती करू शकतो. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट दी particular terms of an AP. Now you can easily simplify this example by using these 3 terms. Since the example is given about the 3 terms, which 3 terms we have to use? That is a minus d, a and a plus d. If the example is given about the 4 terms, then we have to use these 4 terms: a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d. If the example is given about the 5 particular terms, then the first term is a minus 2d, second one is a minus d, third one is a, then a plus d and then a plus 2d. Here we have given the two examples related with the particular 3 terms and particular 4 terms. We do not have given the example related with the 5 terms, since we have to remember that part also. If the example is asked in the example about the 5 particular terms or 5 consecutive terms of an AP, we can easily solve that example using these particular terms. So, now we will simplify this example number 7. Now, first we will write the information which we have given in the example number 7. Since we have given that the sum of the 3 consecutive terms is 27 and their product of all the 3 terms, that is given 504. So, find the terms. So, here first we will represent the terms, we will consider the terms, we will determine the terms. Let a minus d, comma a and a plus d are 3 consecutive terms, of an AP. Let a minus d, a and a plus d are the 3 consecutive terms of an AP. We consider that these 3 terms are the consecutive terms of an AP. Now, according to the given information, the sum of all the 3 terms is 27. So, you can use that part here by using given condition or by using given information. By using given condition, or you can write by using given information. What is the given information? Sum of all these 3 terms is 27. So, here you can write first term a minus d plus second term a plus third term a plus d is equals to 27. Now, simplify this. Here minus d plus d gets cancelled and we have a plus a, that is 3a is equals to 27, and we have a is equal to 27 divided by 3, that is a is equals to 9. So, here we get the value of a. Now, we have to find the value of d also. So, how to get the value of d? Using the another information. What is the another information we have given? That is product of all the 3 terms is 504. Product of all the 3 terms is 504. So, using that condition, you can easily find the value of d also. So, here we can write by using given condition. By using given condition. What is the given condition? It is given that the product of all the 3 terms is 504. Here we have first term a minus d multiplied by second term a multiplied by third term a plus d, and it is equal to 504. That is the given information. Product of all the 3 terms is 504. You can put the value of a. And then we can take the product, or before putting the value of a, we can take the product of these 2 first. This is very important. Calculations are very important. In which order we are calculating or we are completing the calculations, that order is very important. So many students makes the mistakes in calculations only. They easily write the given condition, but they made mistakes in calculations. So here we have to take care about the calculation. This is a plus d and a minus d. Both the terms are having same variables a and d. Here we have sum and here we have difference. So that is a plus b into a minus b. So you can write it as a square minus b square. We have an identity, that is if in the first bracket both the terms are same and in the second bracket both the terms are same, but the signs are different. At that time, how to take the product? That is square of the first term minus square of the second term. So we will put this a as it is. multiplied by product of these two brackets, first and last, and it is a square minus d square. The product is a square minus d square. So square of the first term, that is a, minus square of the second term, that is d, it is d square. Now you can put the value of a. Now we can put the value of a. Now value of a is 9. So here you can put 9 into the bracket, 9 square minus d square, it is equal to 504. Now first transfer this 9 to the right side, since it is there in the product, and if we transfer it to the right side, it will went into division. So you can get, this is 9 square is 81 minus d square is equal to, this is 504 divided by 9. Since 9 is there in multiplication, if we transfer to the right side, it will went into division. So we have 81 minus d square is equal to, this is 9 5s are 45, 5 remaining, we have 54, 9 6s are 54. The division is 56. Now we will transfer this minus d square to the right side and 56 to the left side. So you will get, this is 81, we will transfer this term first. So 81 is remaining here only. It is equal to 56 plus d square. Here we have to find the value of d, but the term including d, it is negative since we transfer it to the right side, so it will become positive. Now transfer this 56 to the left side, is 81 minus 56, it is equal to d square, and we have d square is equal to 81 minus 56, we cannot subtract 6 from 1, so we will subtract 6 from 11, that is 11 minus 6 is 5. Now this 1 which we borrowed, this is given back, this is, we have 6 here, 8 minus 6 is 2, since the subtraction is 25. Now taking square root of both the sides, taking square root of both the sides, here we will get d square is, we have, so square root of d square is d only, it is equal to plus or minus 5. This is very important. We already studied, we already completed the lesson quadratic equation, and in this quadratic equation we know that from the 8th standard we studied that any number has two square roots, that is, one is positive and another is negative. So here we have d is equal to positive 5 or negative 5, since the common difference is sometimes positive, sometimes negative, or sometimes 0 also. And here we have to take both the possibilities, that is, d is equal to plus 5 or minus 5. We have to use both the possibilities. So while finding the three terms, now you can easily find all the three terms. Now you can easily find all the three terms, since we know the values of a and d, but we have two values of d, that is plus or minus 5. So first time what we have to do, we have to take a is equal to 9 and d is equal to positive 5. First of all we have to take a is equal to 9 and d is equal to positive 5, and we have to get the three terms here. And here we have to take the value of a is equal to 9, that is not going to change, we have only one value of a, that is 9, but we have two values of d, one is positive, another is negative. So here we will take d is equal to minus 5. Now using these two values we will find the three more terms. We are not getting the different terms, we will get the same terms, but the order is changed, but the order of the terms is gets changed, the same terms we will get there. So we will make the calculations, which is the first term we consider, that is a minus d. So we will write here a minus d is equals to, the value of a is 9 minus value of d is 5, is 9 minus 5 is equals to 4. So first term of the AP is 4. Now we have to get the second term. Second term we considered as a, and here we have a is equal to 9. So this is the second term of that AP. And now we have to get the third term, that is a plus d. We consider it as a plus d, and now we have to put the values there, 9 plus 5. 9 plus 5, it is equals to 14. So these three terms are there. These are the three particular terms of that AP Their sum is 27. Check once again. Is 14 plus 9, 23 plus 4, 27. The sum of the three consecutive terms of an AP is 27 and their product is 504. You can take the product on rough page. Is 4 9s are 36. 36 multiplied by 14. 14 6s are 84. 4 as it is 8 carried. Then 14 3s are 42 plus 8, that is 50. So sorry, is 504. So both the conditions are satisfied by these three numbers 5, 4 and 9. First term 4, second term 9 and third term is 14. So here also we have to get the three terms. The first term which we consider, that is a minus d. Here a is 9 minus value of d is minus 5. Simplify this. Is 9 minus into minus is plus 5 is equal to 14. The first term of that AP is 14, which is the third term here. Same terms we are getting, only the order is going to change. Now here we consider the second term as a and we have a is equals to 9. So you can directly write the second term, that is a is equals to 9, and the third term we consider, that is a plus d. So here you can write a plus d is equals to value of a is 9 plus value of d is minus 5, is plus into minus minus, and 9 minus 5 is 4. So we get the same terms 4 9 14, here 14 9 4, just the order is changed. So you can write the answer in words now. Three consecutive terms of the given AP. Therefore, three consecutive terms of given AP are 4 9 14, 4 9 14, or we have one more answer 14 9 4, is 14 9 4. So this is all about the example number 7, which is depend upon the concept particular terms in an AP, and we studied that concept first and then we solved the example number 7. Now we have to study the example number 8, which is again depend upon the same concept. Number 8 from practice set 3.3. The question is, find 4 consecutive terms in an AP whose sum is 12 and sum of third and fourth term is 14. Here in the first information we have given that the sum of all the terms is 12. Sum of all the 4 terms is 12. And in the second condition we have given the sum of only the third and fourth term is 14. Then find all these 4 terms. Here we have given the 4 terms also. You can use the given 4 terms. You can use the given 4 terms, or we already studied that concept from the previous syllabus, old syllabus. In the old syllabus that concept is there, that is included in this syllabus. In the new syllabus this concept is not included. So we studied that concept from the old syllabus, and there we have given the 4 terms as a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d. We can use that 4 terms also. Here they also given the 4 terms. Which 4 terms we have to use, that is the given information. We have to use these 4 terms as the 4 terms of consecutive terms of the given AP. Or simply we can use the terms which we studied in the concept particular terms in an AP. We will use that 4 terms only. So here we will write, you can use these terms also, but we are not using these terms. This is also very easy. You can use these 4 terms, but we already studied that concept. So for practice we will use that 4 terms which we studied in the concept particular terms in an AP. So here we can write, let a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d are 4 terms are 4 consecutive terms are 4 consecutive terms of an AP. The terms which we studied in that concept, only those terms we are using here. We are not using these 4 terms. You can use these 4 terms also, you will get the same answer. And if we use these 4 terms which we studied, you will get the same answer. Answer is not going to change. So you can use any 4 terms. So here, according to first condition, sum of all the terms is 12. So here we will write by using given condition. By using given condition. By using given condition. What is the given condition? Sum of all the 4 terms is 12. Now some students gets fumbled that sum of all the terms is 12 and sum of only the third and fourth term is 14. सगळ्या पदांची बेरीज 12 दिली आणि फक्त थर्ड आणि फोर्थची जर बेरीज केली तर ती 14 येते. नाउ इन दिस AP maybe some terms are positive and some terms are negative. So it will be happen that sum of all the terms is 12 and only the sum of third and fourth is 14. That is only possible, only when possible it is possible only when the some terms are positive and some terms are negative. When we get all the 4 terms, then you can easily get, your confusion gets solved there, but after getting the terms. So by using first condition, sum of all the terms, that is a minus 3d plus a minus d plus a plus d plus a plus 3d, sum of all the 4 terms is equal to 12. Here minus 3d plus 3d cancelled, minus d plus d cancelled, a plus a plus a plus a, that is 4a is equals to 12 and we have a is equal to 12 divided by 4, that is a is equal to 3. Now we have to get the value of d using the second condition. What is second condition? The sum of third and fourth term is 14. So here you can write by using given condition. By using given condition. What is the given condition? The given condition is sum of the third and fourth term. The third term is a plus d. Fourth term is a plus 3d. It is equals to 14. Now a plus a is 2a. D plus 3d 4d. It is equals to 14. Now we know the value of a, so we will use that value here. 2 into 3 plus 4d is equal to 14. This is 2 into 3 is 6 plus 4d is equal to 14. Now transfer this 6 to the right side, you will get 4d is equal to 14 minus 6. So we have 4d is equals to 8. 14 minus 6 is 8. So we have d is equal to 8 divided by 4. D is equals to 8 divided by 4, which is equals to 2. This is 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. So we have D is equals to 2. Now we can easily get all the 4 terms since we know the values of A and D. Here the first term which we consider, that is A minus 3D. A minus 3D. Put the values there. A is 3 minus 3 multiplied by D is 2. This is 3 as it is. This 3 as it is. Minus 3 into 2 is 6 and 3 minus 6 is minus 3. This is the first term of that AP. It is minus 3. Now we will find the second term. Second term we consider, that is A minus D. Put the values there. A is 3 minus D is 2, which is equals to 1. Since the second term is equal to 1. Now we have to get the third term. This third term. We consider the third term as A plus D. So put the values there. A is 3 plus D is 2. It is equals to 5. Now we have to get the fourth term. We have to get the fourth term. Here the fourth term we consider, that is A plus 3D. Put the values there. A is 3 plus 3 multiplied by D is 2. Now this 3 as it is, 3 into 2 is 6 and 3 plus 6 is 9. So that is the fourth term of that AP. So here you can write the final answer into the words. Find 4 consecutive terms. So you can write 4 consecutive terms of given AP. 4 consecutive terms. 4 consecutive terms of an AP are -3, 1, 5 and 9 respectively. -3, 1, 5 and 9 respectively. Now you can check whether our answer is correct or incorrect. See whether first condition is gets followed or not. Sum of all the terms is 12. Take the sum of all the terms. 9 plus 5 14, 14 plus 1 15, 15 minus 3 12. That is sum of all the terms is 12, and sum of the third and fourth only 5 plus 9 it is 14. Both the conditions gets satisfied. If you use these 4 terms, you will get the same values. The values are not going to change. Just we studied the concept, and in that concept we used these 4 terms. So here also we use the same 4 terms, or you can use these terms which are given in the question also. So this is all about the example number 8. Now we will study the example number 9, which is the last example from this practice set. Example number 9 from the practice set 3.3. The question is, if the 9th term of an AP is 0, then show that 29th term is twice of the 19th term. It is given that T9 is equal to 0. It is given that 9th term of an AP is 0. That is the given information. T9 is equal to 0. That is given information. And we have to prove that. Here we have to prove that. What is we have to, which part we have to prove? That is 29th term is equal to 29th term is equal to twice of the 19th term. This is what we have to prove. 29th term of that AP is equal to twice of the 19th term. So first we will use this information which we have given. So we will write the formula for finding the general term. Since we know the 9th term, we will use the formula for finding the general term of an AP. That is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, and here we will putting n is equal to 9. Why we are putting n is equal to 9? Since we know the 9th term is 0. So here we will write T9 is equal to A plus 9 minus 1 into D. Here we know T9, it is 0, is equal to A plus 8D. We have A plus 8D is equal to 0. Now if we transfer this 8D to the left side, you will get the value of A, and we have minus 8D is equal to A. A is remains as it is, plus 8D transferred to the left side. 0 minus 8D, that is minus 8D. Simply you can write this as A is equal to minus 8D. Represent it as equation 1. This A is equal to minus 8D, represent it as equation 1. And now we have to prove that T29 is equal to 2 into T19. So before proving this, we will first find the 29th term also and 19th term also separate. And then we will prove that T29 is equal to 2 into T19. So first of all we will find the 29th term, and then we will find the 19th term also separate, and then we will simplify this, or then we will prove that T29 is equal to 2 into T19. So again we will write this formula, that is Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Since we have to find the 29th term of that AP, so putting n is equal to 29, putting n is equal to 29 since we have to find the 29th term. Now here T29 is equals to a plus 29 minus 1 into d, that is T29 is equal to a plus 28d. This is 29 minus 1 is 28d, and we know the value of a, that is minus 8d. So here from equation 1, T29 is equals to value of a is minus 8d and this 28d as it is. Since we get T29 is equals to 28 minus 8, that is 20d, represent it as equation 2. Represent it as equation 2. T29 is equal to 20d. T29 is equal to 20d. Now we will find the 19th term of that AP. So again we will write the formula for finding the general term of an AP. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now since we have to find the 19th term, we will write here putting n is equal to 19. So we have T19 is equal to a plus 19 minus 1 into d. Now T19 is equals to, this is a as it is, or you can simply put the value of a. 19 minus 1 is 18d, and we have T19 is equal to minus 8d, that is the value of a. Here you can write from equation 1. From equation 1, value of a is minus 8d, this 18d as it is. This 18d minus 8d is 10d. Now you will represent this as equation 3. We will represent this as equation 3, and we prove that 29th term is twice of the 19th term. Which is the 19th term? 10d. Which is 19th term? 10d. And which is 29th term? 20d. Twice of 10d is 20d. So we prove that from equation 2 and 3. From equation 2 and 3, we prove that 29th term is equal to double or twice of the 19th term. Or simply you can write here from equation 2 and 3. We will write equation 2 as it is. T29 is equal to 20d. Now this T29 as it is, you can write this 20 as 2 multiplied by 10d. 20d is written as 2 multiplied by 10d. And now from equation 3, 10d is equal to T19. This T29 as it is, 2 multiplied by, replace this 10d by T19. So we prove that 29th term of that AP is equal to twice of the 19th term. So this is all about the example number 9, and here we complete the practice set 3.3. remaining part we will study into the next video lecture. Thank you.